The true story of one of the greatest ever media scandals, the publication of Andrew Morton's book, Princess Diana, Her True Story in Her Own Words, which ended her marriage and shook the British monarchy to its very core. And now it's coming to London from New York. It's coming to Wandsworth. And the writer and star of the production, James Clements, joins me now with the star Anna Schuler, who plays Diana. Hello to you.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
It's a fantastic story, isn't it? By Diana Tapes, your production is called. Why did you do this, James? I think that's got to be the first question. Why?
Well, we all studied at New York University together in the theatre department there. But I also studied a history course in tandem, and my main focus was British history, and my thesis was about Diana, and I became kind of somewhat obsessed with her and the impact she had in this incredible, unique life, and seeing a lot of her legacy in the way that politics have become so celebrity-focused. And so we felt like it was an important story to tell 20 years after her death, and this emerged as the kind of most theatrical part, the most exciting period in her life for us.
And Anna, do we learn anything more about Diana? Because it seems like we know everything about her. She was so exposed.
Absolutely, she was totally exposed. And I think what, at least when we find out in this play, is really how she was just a person. Like, we see her as this icon and this person that we know everything about, but what we don't know is what she's like when she's alone. And I think that this show does a really good job of just seeing her alone. Yeah.
I mean, it was a huge scandal at the time, as
Absolutely.
I say, it ended her marriage, and the media at the time was so different to how it is today. And she was dissected publicly as a woman, as a mother, as a wife.
Yeah, and I think that's something we've thought about a lot as we've been workshopping this piece, and we've toured it in the States and we did it up at the Edinburgh Fringe, is social media. And you know, the fact that we all have this ability now to kind of mold a public perception, and she was kind of the first person who used that as a tool.
And also endured it. Like, it's
exactly
different because we're used to it now, but maybe it wasn't so different. It just blew up, and she was the first person to have to really experience it in that way.
Incredibly brave, you know, going up against the monarchy and this big institution and saying, actually, no, this isn't a good enough life, this isn't a fair deal, I'm not going to live like this for 50 more years. Very brave.
And, I mean, we all feel like we know Diana. I think that's what's so special about it, because she was such a wonderful person.
And personable, absolutely.
Did you feel like, Anna, you got to know her more by playing her?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I knew her as everyone else did. I knew how she had died, I knew what she did. But when I sat with her and got to play her, it really started to dawn on me how everyone saw her as this amazing, beautiful person, and she didn't feel that way inside. And that conflict, sitting with it, I really feel like I know her in a way I wouldn't have if I didn't play this role.
And James, what about the writer himself, Andrew Morton? Because at the time, he was hugely famous overnight because of this book.
Yeah.
It totally transformed his life, and there was a lot, you know, he's from up north, from just outside Leeds, and there was a lot of sort of snobbery and class stuff that went on. I think it's so fascinating that she chose him. She wasn't interested in some,
and she chose him.
She selected him.
That's the important part of all of this.
She knew it had to be him. It wasn't some high and mighty establishment writer. She was like, no, I want someone who's going to understand, you know, what I'm going for. And Andrew Morton's actually coming to the show on Tuesday, which is exciting but also kind of terrifying.
He supports this as well, doesn't he?
Yes. So,
why are you terrified?
Just playing real people is such a responsibility. You know, when you're playing a fictional character, you can do whatever you want, and now, you know.
Yeah, playing real people, it's like you get creative liberties, but there's a lot that people remember, and they remember certain things, and they want to see that embodied, and it's a different responsibility. Yeah.
And James, it's a big responsibility because a lot of people coming to this show will be huge fans of Diana.
I know.
And people are quite protective of the way she's played, the way she's perceived. Do you think that they'll be happy?
Well, as we've toured it, we were talking about this morning, people have congratulated us on writing an anti-monarchy play, and then people have congratulated us on writing a pro-monarchy play. People have said, we love Diana as much as you. People have been like, good on you for exposing Diana. So people come and see it, and they take away what they take away.
Yeah.
So,
guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And Anna Schuler, thank you for your time. The Diana Tapes is on at the Stockwell Playhouse, and it begins on Tuesday, June the 26th.